A recent report in the New York Times says that child abusers are running rampant online, and big tech companies are looking the other way as criminals take advantage of loopholes in search engines and social media and the cloud by recirculating old pornographic images of child abuse victims. Michael Keller co-wrote the story for the Times. He joins us now to talk more about it. Michael, thanks for joining us tonight.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Who are these big companies we're talking about, and why do you think they aren't doing more to police this troubling trend?
Yeah, our investigation looked at many of the major tech companies, including Google, Dropbox, Amazon, Facebook, and found that a number of them had both policy gaps that allowed files to be uploaded, for example, and not be detected for this material. But also that a number of companies, including Microsoft, were not using their own tools built to detect and remove this material. In our own tests, we were able to write a computer program that searched Microsoft's Bing search engine for illegal material and found a number of matches, raising serious questions about some of the companies that even have invested a lot into it, really why they're not taking full advantage of the tools that are out there.
And I know you reached out to some of those companies. What was their response, if any?
Some of them said that this was for privacy reasons, that scanning users' files raises specters that privacy advocates could take issue with. Some of them, such as Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure, their enterprise systems, said that their terms of service already barred illegal material and that they felt that their customers' privacy was a higher priority.
What are law enforcement officials doing about this, if anything?
So we reported that last year there were over 45 million images and videos reported to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the federally designated nonprofit that receives these reports. And they're largely overwhelmed, law enforcement is. Some of them have had to prioritize by age, overwhelmed by even the number of images that involves infants and toddlers, which was particularly shocking.
So where do you think this is headed? Because your story certainly got a lot of buzz. A lot of people are talking about it. Is it going to be social pressure that maybe makes these companies put in place or use some of the tools that they already have? Or are they just not adept enough at handling the volume, unfortunately, that is out there?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think there's a couple parts to it. One, I think that most of these discussions are happening in private. Some companies have policies, but they're not really discussed publicly, even though they raise serious concerns. One, about this crime type being particularly egregious in terms of child safety, but also in terms of, what are the privacy-related issues that it brings up. So I think one, more public discussion would help. Two, in terms of the new technologies that are still needing to be addressed. For example, live stream video is a particularly challenging area where currently there are not the same developed tools to be able to detect this.
A troubling but an important story. Michael Keller with the New York Times. Again, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.